Another thing, I heard it from some people like, but my kids grow up and they didn't attend the Islamic school and they are fine. Alhamdulillah, they grow up okay. So why all these? So the challenge we're facing nowadays, 10 years ago, it was not there. 15 years ago, it was even less. We are facing a lot of challenges. That's why now there's a very big need for Islamic school.
I want to add, nobody is expecting you to pay for somebody else's kids. If you don't want to do it, that's your choice. But trust me, the value that this school brings to this community is unimaginable. And you have no idea. Maybe you can say, why should I pay for these kids? They're not my kids. But you should not look at them as your kids or my kids, but rather than the community kids. Their kids, our kids, and we need to help and support
When
them.
somebody died, there's three things that are, value him after he died, right? Sadaqah jariyah, and the first one, continuous charity. Second thing is ilmun yuntafa bih, education that it kind of keep going. And then also the third thing, waladun salih yadawla. And we hope that all the kids will grow up here and the Islamic school will pray for you for your help.
All right, next question is for you, Brother Mohamed. So, will Baraka School be accredited?
Yes, inshallah, and that's why we doing all the steps we're doing, because we are looking to have two accreditation, one from the state and the other one from Islamic authorities as well, to accredit the Islamic education we offer.
Brother Ahmed, we are operating within the state of Ohio. How will the school address the state mandated educational requirements?
Great question, Brother Eissa. So it's very important, obviously. So what we will do is we will ensure that all of the state requirements, because again, Baraka School is going to be a charter school. So we have leeway when it comes to what curriculum is taught at the school, but at the same time, the state requirements that are set for testing, OST, et cetera, all those things, we will make sure that our students are well prepared for all of those state tests as well, and cover all the core curriculum that you would find in any public or private school as well. At the same time, we will also ensure that students are also getting a very good Islamic education as well. So what extracurricular activities will the school offer?
As we know, there's a lot of activities at public schools, and we are hoping to be similar, but it's going to be very hard to start like that. So we are focusing on the Islamic education first of all. And then as we getting funds, we have a lot of goals and ideas, but it takes money and effort and time and people to do those goals. So inshallah, in the future, we are looking to have more sports activities and other things integrated. But again, we starting small to be able to support what we're offering.
How will the school support the students' spiritual education?
Kind of the core of why we are starting the school. So we will make sure that there's time for daily prayers, as well as Quran recitation, and in making sure that students get to listen and interact with Islamic scholars, inshallah. So all of that, we'll make sure that our kids are not just learning things by just reading, reciting, and memorizing, but really learning how to put into practice knowledge that we learn in our Islamic studies.
Brother Mohammed, you hear about this issue that our community is small and we may not have enough kids to attend Islamic school. Do you think we have enough kids in this community? Do you think it's worth having a school in this small community?
Very good question, Brother Eissa, and we didn't know. So we started, first of all, I want to mention something before the survey. When we look at Friday prayer, how many people are here? Look at Ramadan, look at Eid, how many people here? The masjid is full. So there is a big community. Now, the second question, is there enough interest to attend the school? And when we started, we didn't know. So we did a survey, and alhamdulillah, we get enough enrollment, like interest, that to start the school. Alhamdulillah, we have enough students start kindergarten, first and second grade. So there is no problem there. Actually, What the question is, once we start, you might see there's a lot of people that they are interested to attend and they did not fill the survey. And that is the point where we might have a limit, or like we reach out our limit for this year. So there's a lot of community members out there.
We have talked to other schools, and they start with a small number, and mashallah, that number keep growing year after year. One of the schools we started was Ummah Center in Cleveland, and they started, I think, was at 64 students, and now, mashallah, they have 114 students. So very few Islamic schools, they start small and they go backward, but rather they keep growing. And we are hoping this school is going to follow the trend, inshallah. You know that we only start in the school with 3 classes only, kindergarten, first grade, second grade. You plan to expand in the future?
I think I mentioned it earlier that we starting was just small, kindergarten, first grade, and second grade. But as what our goal is, every year we're going to add another grade, hire a teacher, and add more students. But some people ask why we didn't start big. The problem, if you start big, you need more money, you need to hire more staff, and you need bigger facilities. And to do all that, you're kind of like leaning towards failure. So we're starting small, and that is the advice we took from a lot of successful Islamic schools. They started small, they're able to manage everything, they got the approval, they get all the infrastructure built, and then they add another grade, and they grow. And that is the plan, inshallah.
You know, the smart way of starting things out is assessing the needs and making sure there's a need that you're about to fulfill or a service that you're offering. So the needs and expansion, it really will be catered to what our community needs, right? So the plan, again, to, inshallah, adding another grade, because the students that go through that school year, inshallah, the next year they'll be in the next grade and we'll have more to follow. So yeah, and that is the plan.